Hey everybody, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value. If you like making money, you like commodities, precious metals, whatever it is, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave comments below if you guys have any sort of comments, anything. Leave it below, maybe I can do a video on it and help you out. So today I'm gonna go over gold and silver, I'm gonna go over some market conditions, tie this thing all together, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on what the charts look like in gold and silver. So let's jump in and show you what I've got on gold and silver. So first I'm going to go over the 10-year yield, and this thing is moving to the upside. It's getting up there, and I don't. This could mean two things. Either we've got a lot of inflation coming, and it's already here, or we have a debt crisis. So gold and silver are both very good to be holding for either one of those scenarios. So this is the 10-year. This is a yield. And the yield, when the yield goes higher, it means people are selling bonds. They're getting the hell out of bonds, going into something else. Now, what I usually like doing is looking at other charts to see where the heck is that money going into. Is it going into stocks? Is it going into commodities, precious metals? Where the heck is it going? But this is saying that it is leaving the bond market. People are afraid to be holding bonds. That's why yields are going up. And here's the 30-year Treasury bond. Again, this thing, it's gone. Bullish engulfing, and the yields are going higher. And they're going higher at a faster rate. You can see kind of this slope here, and now it's sloping up. So we don't want to see this thing just go vertical. Maybe we have a debt crisis. I don't know. But it's still pretty low. I'm sure we'll see. If we want a controlled move, we don't want it to be out of control. If you see this thing, because we are going at faster and faster rates, if you see this go vertical, we may have a debt crisis on our hands. That means people are just running out of bonds like hell. The question would then be, why are they running out of bonds? Is it something to do with the currency? Is it a credit freeze? Is it a lockup? I'm not exactly sure, but something may be brewing. So we have to watch yields. This is the dollar. Dollar is going in a nice downtrend here. Obviously, you have these little pull-ups, like dead cat bounces, however you want to call it, and then it comes back down. So we do have that. Dollar is in a pretty good downtrend. We've got EEM. So typically when the dollar's in a downtrend like this, EEM is in an uptrend. It's almost a reverse mirror, and that's why I've got this one back to back. So this is another investment if somebody likes or is looking for investments. Emerging markets does very well when you've got a dollar that looks like this, just to let you know. And typically, gold and silver go up with emerging markets as well, typically. So that means we're in a commodity bull market when emerging markets is going up. And we have a weak dollar. So now we're getting into precious metals. That was kind of our market conditions portion of it. And we are coming down. We do have support right here based off this guy there. Is this going to hold or not? And if it doesn't hold, I think we're going to come down to the low 1700s, high 1600s, because we've got a lot of buyers and sellers all through this area in here. So, and maybe, it's going to be somewhere in this range down here. We might even see like a quick move down and then up. And that's why I'm going over this, is because if we do see a quick move down, we may have some good buying opportunities in some of the companies. So I want to look at some of these companies and look at the charts to see what those opportunities may look like. So that's gold. And, we'll see which way this thing goes. If it breaks down, this is our next support line around the 1700, maybe just slightly below. Or maybe we bounce off and rally off this little support line right here. This is silver. And silver, man, I'm getting pretty bullish here, guys. Now, if gold goes down and silver goes up, that would kind of be somewhat of an anomaly. Usually you see them move in tandem. Usually. But, maybe gold bounces off that bottom and silver just rockets. But silver's right there. It's right in the corner. It's coiling up. You can see it wants to break through this distribution line or resistance, however you want to say it. We came up, and it's just sitting there, ready to go. Somebody tried selling this off, whoever it was, and it came right back up to this resistance line. It wants to run. This thing breaks. I think we're going to see a big move in silver. So let's look at some of the companies. I've got a lot of companies here. I've got some royalty companies. First, I'm going to go over the Dow to gold ratio. Dow to gold ratio broke to the upside of this little pattern here on a short-term basis. We still broke the long-term basis here on the downside. So we broke through that on the downside. It fell out, and then it came back up, and now we're above this pattern here. So stocks are outperforming gold as gold has been lagging quite a bit. And the Dow to gold ratio has been moving to the upside, which is better for stocks than gold at the moment. That's got to reverse. If you look at some of my other videos and you look at the commodities and the yields going up, even in this video for yields, commodities are all moving up in terms of prices. And if we're in a commodity super cycle, gold will go higher. I've never seen a commodity cycle where gold goes lower and all the commodities go up. Now here's the Huey to gold ratio. And I drew this trend line in on a weekly basis going all the way back to 2000, mid-2000s. We still haven't broken out of this downtrend yet. We still have not broken out of the downtrend for gold stocks in relationship to gold. That's crazy to me. I mean, I rode this move up and it was like absolutely awesome. We're not even out of the freaking downtrend. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that. And once we got out of this downtrend, when it musters the courage to get through this downtrend, I mean, I think we're going to see very cheetahcriss is it? Cheetahcriss speed, which is cheetah plus ludicrous, going up. So I'm watching this, waiting for it. Some of the companies like Wallbridge, they're a newer producer. They built a mine. They're going to be producing, and that's typically a good time to buy a company because that's where they really start to add value for the shareholders when they start mining. So it's right here. I think this is looking pretty good. It's really cheap. Would I be diving in with a whole bunch of money? No. I want to see gold firm up and move to the upside, and I would be looking at this company for a possible adding in. And even me personally, I'm looking to add into this company when I see gold turn around. We've got Ely Gold. I'm looking at this one too. I really like Ely Gold. It's a royalty company. And gold's just got to turn around. That's what I'm waiting for. Barrick Gold. So this is what it looks like. It broke the downtrend to the upside, and we're still coming back, looks like, to this uptrend line. So we've got some room to the downside to move without breaking the uptrend. Anglo Gold Ashanti. Same thing kind of as well, this one actually is breaking down to the downside here. But we broke this big downtrend here. We're still moving up. It has some downside room, possibly. This could be a shoulder head, maybe a shoulder developing here. We come back down to 1250 or something, possibly. We've got Discovery Metals, which is a silver company. This thing broke to the upside, and it's ready to go. I mean, it's gone. So silver, it's like, man, you're going to pull Discovery Metals here? But this thing looks fantastic in terms of breaking this nice resistance high. It's probably, this may be an all-time high. Very close. Very, very close to maybe an all-time high. That looks good. Metallic Minerals, this one's just moving across. We got a lot of support here, bouncing off the support. I like it right here, not too bad. It's a silver company, silver exploration company. So this one's looking pretty good. Let's see, Royal Gold. Here's the downtrend line. Broke through that, back tested. I think it looks decent right here. Doesn't look too bad. Wheaton Precious Metals, we're right here on this support line. I added this to the hypothetical portfolio. I also added Royal Gold to the hypothetical portfolio. So I added those in right here. Free Gold Ventures, this broke its downtrend. It was kind of going up, going back and forth, drunk driving across the line here. Jeez, get in control, Free Gold. And then we break out, and then we got these nice little down days here. I think it's just waiting for gold. If gold moves up, this thing's gone. If gold moves up, Free Gold Ventures moves up. Metalla, this guy's just, it looks like it's kind of coming to a point. If gold moves to the upside, I think Metalla might be one to look at. Because if this thing moves up, I think it's a pretty good price. Sandstorm Gold, I mean, this is unbelievable. Look at how low this is, 633 right here. You go back, I mean, this is we're getting into like the March crash area down here. I mean, this is extreme value at 550, and we're heading right there. So this might be one to watch. If you see gold move, maybe Sandstorm Gold might be one to put on your watch list. EMX royalties doing very strong. They do have some copper in their royalty portfolio, so this one's looking good. This one's a Cisco Gold Royalties. It's just hanging out. It's got that bullish. This is a bullish engulfing right here, which typically means you pull up, you get a nice little pullback, and then you want to move to the upside. So some of these companies are looking okay. They're breaking down trends. They got big up days with small down days, which are signatures that they want to move up. Doesn't mean they will. It's just signature traits with high probability traits that they want to go up. Now, Franco-Nevada's getting pretty low here. And if you look, I mean, this is back in the March-April timeframe. So if you guys, there's no excuse for someone to say, well, I wish I would have bought it in March or April when it was still cheap. Well, Franco-Nevada is that cheap right now. It is that cheap. So I would put it on a watch list, wait for this thing to turn around, and then I'm going to add it to the hypothetical portfolio at any point when this thing turns. Because when it turns, I think there's incredible value here. EXK, look at this thing. Come on, EXK, let's rip it. This is a silver company coming up, and it's just breaking this resistance line right through here. This thing could be a beautiful move to the upside when it unleashes to the upside here. It's already poking through. It's got a little turtle head. But if the cheetah's strong here, this thing could be a substantial move to the upside. I also have done some charts on this from a long-term perspective, and it's broken through this long-term perspective chart through here. So we're on the upside. We bounced and back tested off this pattern here, and then we're moving to the upside, and all we have is a couple of different resistance lines coming through to break, and this thing will be cheetah mode, I think, to the upside. So that's one to watch. Fortuna Silver Mines, nice support line going through here. Hit it once, twice, a couple times back here, 3, and we're just going sideways, and I'm waiting for this thing to go to the upside. If silver moves to the upside, I think all these companies are going to look absolutely fantastic. First Majestic, this one looks great. You're above the resistance here. You've got a cup and a handle pattern. Came out, came back, and we're just kind of tracking sideways here, waiting for the launch of silver. And if silver launches, these are going to go berserk, these silver companies. Mag Silver, look at this thing. It's right here hitting this line like a billion times. Come on, break it. No, it's got to come back to this line. But we're right above it. We'll see where this thing goes. If silver goes, these are gone. And silver's right there ready to break out. So I'm very curious. I'm excited and curious which way silver breaks. I want it to break to the upside, very much so, because I've got a lot of investments in silver. I'm very heavily invested in silver, if you haven't noticed. I do have some gold, not nearly as much. It's mainly silver. Gold is, it's limp right now. It's limp, and nobody likes limp. So gold, I wouldn't, if you're a contrarian, if you're a long-term investor, I would be looking at gold companies right now because they have not broken out. That Huey to gold ratio has not broken out. It's still in a downtrend. It is still extreme value. And when these things break, you're going to look like a genius. If you have these on your watch list, you're watching them, and then you see the turn. You see gold turn to go up. This could be an area that has great value for an investor because it's down. It is down quite a bit, and some of the royalty companies are down. They're down in the dirt. They're coming back almost to the March and April area of 2020, where companies got killed. So I would get these on my watch list. I'd put them in there, start watching them, and I would be picking them up when I see gold turn to the upside. That's what I would do. Remember, this is not financial advice. I can only tell you what I'm doing, and that's what I would be doing with my portfolios. Watching these right now, and when gold goes to turn and go up, I'd start cost averaging in. Thanks for listening, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And if you haven't given me a thumb up, please give me a thumb up. Helps me out. This is Finding Value.